Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today I want to show you this video from I'm Dallas Alexander. I find it very interesting because many people right now are asking themselves so many questions, right, about what happened to Trump and how was possible for that to happen in the first place, considering that he had the Secret Service and the police and whatnot patrolling the area, and they were supposed to do a job in a place where it didn't seem to take too much to figure out which were the vantage point for somebody that wanted to carry out some kind of crazy plan, right? And to make sure to protect those areas. So here we have that type of confirmation from apparently somebody that was in the military. So let's listen to him for a moment.
Yo, good morning. I keep getting asked about this, so I'm just gonna let you know my opinion. I am talking about the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. And I know everyone's gonna have some crazy opinion. Everyone's gonna have a different opinion. It's gonna be very wild for the next little while, but just if you don't know me or are new to this page, I spent just about 17 years in the military, just about 14 of which were at Tier 1 Special Operations unit called JTF-2. Our sniper team has the world record for the longest confirmed sniper kill. And a huge part of our job while I was there and while I was a sniper was doing close protection for VIPs up to and including the Prime Minister when he would go to dangerous countries like Iraq or Afghanistan. We would be in charge of that security. So
anyway, Alexander seemed like extremely qualified to talk on the subject. So
I'm very familiar with the layout of these types of things and what the jobs should be. And yesterday, what happened, I have no doubts in my mind that the shooter had help from somewhere within an agency, an organization, or the government.
Well, obviously this is a point of contention because this type of, let's say, conspiracy theories are already going rampant around the internet because people are asking themselves, were they closing an eye, so to speak? Were they taking just a moment to take the chance? Is it really possible that there is this much neglect in the Secret Service, right? People also pointing out to the fact that there were, like, I think 2 or 3 women in the Secret Service protecting Trump that didn't seem to be fit enough, or at least not for that particular job. If you think about that, the Secret Service is supposed to cover with their body the president, and those were tiny women, which they were even ducking. One of them next to the car was even having difficulties putting back her weapon. So there was a lot of commotion, and people are complaining about the fact that in this instance, maybe at least taller women should have taken the position, right? Somebody that has at least the same height or more in order to be able to cover the president. So anyway, there are so many questions that people are asking, and you've seen also so many videos also. We're going to see it in a second.
The second I saw that aerial photo of what they were saying happened, it immediately made no sense to me. You cannot, in broad daylight, get onto a rooftop within, it looked like maybe a couple hundred yards, if that. You can't get into that position with a gun when there's a president speaking. It cannot be done.
People saw it.
Like, you don't even need to be a sniper to know that it's the most fucking obvious thing, an obvious
People
place
were waving
in the whole world. You could be a 7th grader. Like, what do we need to do for security here? Well, let's look at these rooftops that are almost within zeroing range of a rifle.
Exactly.
So it's something happened, and I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. It's too obvious that this guy had help getting there. So whether it's someone turned a blind eye or it was strategically planned, I mean, it had to be planned to a certain level because...
So we don't have the longer video here, but I think if I show you somewhere, I think I got the news right here, right? So this is the place where Trump was talking. And then you see, like, basically it's right there. So the sniper was here heading in this direction here on the building on top there. and as you can see, there are not too many buildings around. So it seems like just common sense that the first thing you would do is to go in that area and make sure that, you know, the parking lot or whatever, it's covered. And you've seen people here on the side shouting that they had actually a clear shot with their phone of making videos, and now some videos came out through TMZ and whatnot, that you see the guy just comfortably sitting there for minutes before, you know, like anything happened. And actually they let him take the shots, which unfortunately took the life of a bystander, someone behind Trump, that to protect his family, he got a bullet, and it's absolutely tragic. So there's really so many questions here to be asked. Like, there was a lot of commotion. People were, you see here, the snipers was right there already at a certain moment, basically aiming, both of them, but they seemed like they were waiting for something. They didn't give him the go. Anyway, guys, what do you think about this? Do you believe in the conspiracy theory that this was all planned, or was just negligence? Obviously, things are getting very crazy, and it's also sad to see so much divide amongst people, which a lot on the left seem like to be disappointed that the shooter didn't manage to carry out his deeds. And it's, I think, also unprecedented. There is a level of propaganda also from the mainstream media, which has sold this narrative for so long now, right? Of Trump being the worst evil that the planet has ever seen, that in a way I'm not surprised that some loose cannon came forward believing in the higher morality of his actions, right? That by taking out Trump, maybe he would do a favor to the entire planet, because that's how a lot of people feel. And this is also, in my opinion, as symptoms of how fragmented society has become, that everybody lives in their own niche and wants their niche to be validated, and that's all that matters. If you're part of the alphabet community, and if you're part of this part of the alphabet community, and if you're part of this racial community, and so on and so forth, when in fact democracy should be including every citizen, right? Everyone, regardless of those things. So it seems like we're going backwards in that way, that we're sort of creating all type of separated libraries, so to speak, you know, to use a computer term. And I don't see that as a being positive. And I would rather look at a candidate for what is or he or she is doing, rather than just the affiliation with the political party, right? What are the core value in democracy, you know? What are really the true core value in democracy? And see which person is actually carrying out the job. Because if you look at the past, you can sift through what Obama has done, to what Biden has done, or Bush has done, Trump has done, and you can see some good or some bad. Or where's the worst or where's the better one, right? So for the future, people should, I suppose, fall in the trap of, you know, the political propaganda less and less, because we have been around for quite some time, and people are always selling, when they want to be voted, they're always selling the same stuff, but then they don't come with the goods after they've been elected. So I look at more of that side of the story. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on this as well, and I'll keep you posted on some of the videos, and stay safe.